all of those who aren't here. So we had a question of question number 5, exercise 2B1. And we said with G, what's the first thing that we're going to do with G? Mr. Hall? Would we do anything to the top? No. So we go y to the 12. Now, this was ages ago since we did this. It was like yesterday. And we might have forgotten. Uh-oh, what happens when we have a power to a power? So if you've forgotten, that's okay. Don't go freestyle, Piper. We did say, can you just give us 10 minutes and then you can carry on? Right? Don't go freestyle. Don't guess. Don't ask your friends. Right? Go to your textbook, or it should be in your book where you've got the rules written down and it says very clearly when you've got a power to a power, what do you have to do? What does that say? It doesn't say add. That's times. Right? So you've got to follow the rules. So then we go, that's why 2 times 5 is 10, right? You don't really, I would argue, you don't have to think at all. You just follow the rules. And now you go, wonderbar. We're now dividing. Is it the same base? It's the same base. So back to the rules. What do you do when you're dividing by the same base? Aha! Subtract, right? It tells you what to do. No surprises there. Would we agree? Yeah. So you're only going to stuff up if you don't go back and check your rules. If you make them up, we're in strife. Anything else from question 5? All right, what about question 6? Question 6 I thought might be the bit where it starts getting a little bit tricky. Yeah, oops, find 6, yes. Maths teacher can't tell the difference between 5 and 6. So, do we want to start from the beginnings? Yeah. And I actually want to highlight a couple of these questions and check that you have done it. This is also really important. I cannot come around and check that you have marked every single question that you've done. But it's really vital that you do it because there's little tricks. So I want to go through J. I love question J. So J and O, right? I guarantee you now that that would be, we probably won't have time for a test, but my year 10s would definitely have that in. All right. So expressed in simplest form of the prime number. So we talked about this yesterday. Prime numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, anything that can only be divided by itself and 1. So I'd like to think that we know this has to be base 2. 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. And so that's 2 cubed. And then double that, 2 to the 4, so we get 16. If you want to, you can play on your calculator. Does everyone know where their power button is on their calculator? Your to the button. So you should have your calculators out. Your power button is here. And get used to playing around with it. So know some of the common ones, like what is 3 to the 4? Anybody know before I press it? 3 squared is 9. So 9 threes, 9 threes. 9 times 3 again is 27, and times that again, 81. Common ones. It's like knowing 0.25 is a quarter. We want to get used to some of these numbers. Coming to you. All right. So again, we would rule out 2 to the power of anything, correct? But 3 looks like it's good. And so again, you play around. 3 times 3 is 9. If I times that again, that means it's 9 times 3, we get 27. So it's just knowing your basic times tables. Okay? 125, that makes you think of 5. But 5 squared is 25, and then use your calculator, times it again, and that's how we get 125. We good with that? You should be writing this down, Zia. If you've got 2 thumbs on your iPad and staring at it intently, I think I know what you're doing. Close it. Right, we look at this one and we go, 8. Well, 8's not prime. So how can we rewrite 8 as a prime number? Not 16. 2. So I'm going to keep 8. I'm going to go, this is 2 to the what? 2 cubed is 8. Do we agree? So, but I'm taking 8 to the power of 2. When I've got a power to a power, what do I do? Who said add? You times. So that's 2 to the 6. Can I ask, is there a different way to do that? Did someone do it differently? No? Can you think of another way to do it though? What else could you do, yeah? Yeah, you could actually go, what is 8 squared? And that's 64, and then you have to try and work out what's that 2 to the power of what? And you'd get that. Did anyone do it that way? Good, because this is the better option. But anyway, remember we've got multiple ways to do things. Nearly done because our boys want to start their test and you guys are going to carry on. They're getting antsy. I think they want to do it now. Okay, what about the next row? So who hasn't had a go at these ones? A few of us? Okay, so we're going slower and we're paying attention and you're getting this down if you need to. So just like we did before, we're going to focus on this 9 here and go, can I rewrite that as a prime number to a power? So remember our prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7. I mean, really, there's no way. 7's out, 5's out, 3's the goer, right? So 9 is 3 to the what power? No, 3 to the power of 3 is actually 27. 3 to the 2. So we've got to make sure what we know what the power means. It's not 3 times 3, right? It's 3 times 3 times 3. We got that? So we're going to say this would be 3 squared is the 9, and that is still going to the power of 3. And now, Oscar, when I'm timesing, oops, said that wrong, didn't I? When I've got a power to a power, my mind leaps. We times. So this will be 3 to the 6. Does that make the sense? A little bit, right? Try the next one, and then I'm going to set you to think of the others, and I'll just give the tests out, and then they'll carry on. Can I do anything with the 2 to the a? I would say no, right? Nothing. But that gives me a little bit of a hint as to what my base should be. Yes, Lucas? I want to try and write 4 as 2 to the something. 2 to the power of, does everyone agree that 2 squared, all I'm doing is replacing this. Why did I choose to rewrite it as 2 squared? Because now, huzzah, I've got the same base. And when I'm timesing by the same base, Oliver, what do we do to the powers? You add them together. Correct. So we keep the base and we add the powers, and you go, well, I can't do anything with a plus 2 except just write a plus 2. Does that make sense? So what I'd like you to do now, have a go at G, remembering when there isn't a power there, we assume that it's 1. And over here, what I'm going to ask you to do is, can you rewrite 8 as 2 to the something? Right? So it's not 2 to the 4. 2 to the 4 is 16. So have a think. This will be Lucas. We're dividing by the same base. We keep the base. And what do we do? Minus. So t take 1. Yeah? Nobody needs me? I'm coming around in a minute. So this would be t to the 3. T cubed, yep. And now we've got a power to a power. So you times. You've still got that. And now, when I'm timesing by the same base, what do you do to the powers? Add them. So what's 3k plus 1k? wouldn't leave it like that. $3 plus another dollar. 4K, correct. Try the next lot, occurring, because you should be using fractions.
I am, but I do it with fraction and the answer.
Oh, very good. Okay. So put a line over the top. Sorry, someone's just asked, not someone, Oscar's just asked me about reoccurring. Can you just go on to the next question, and I'll see you in a momentito. I just want to get the rest of the class going on this one. Sorry, mate. Trying to do multiple things. Class out there, sorry. We've got lots of people working around the thing. We've got the people doing their test. Girls at the back. Mia, sorry. Could we just double check? Did you double check your answers? Hey, Ryan. Did you double check your answers for J and K? And let's just double check, Piper, thank you. So here we go. We got the base. You're probably going, oh my God, that's so simple, because I know when I'm dividing by the same base, when I ask again, Piper, Mia, this way, boys. Watch. You are dividing by the same base, so we subtract the powers. Read. Eyes this way. So we have to go x plus 2, and we minus the bottom power, but you must, I repeat, you must put that in a bracket. Okay? Because that's going to make a massive difference. You've got now x, take x. What's 1x, take another x? No x, right? That disappears. They've cancelled. But now I've got 2 minus minus 1. 2 minuses make a plus. So we get 5 cubed. Right. So the other thing that people stuff up is this one. Once again, when you've got a power to a power, fantastic. You know the deal is that you have to multiply, but make sure that you are multiplying each one. So it's not just 4a, but it's 4a take 4. Okay, it has to be both. So please keep trucking. Love your work, love your style. I'll come around and check, but please check your answers as you go.